Welcome to this wonderful day. My name is Urmi, and I'm a life skills specialist and a communication expert. I have been a trainer and I've been in the training industry for over 15 years, and I have trained many people. In fact, over the last 6 months, I am proud to say that I have trained over 500 hours of training with multiple people out there. I have changed and groomed many lives with communications, soft skills, interview skills, and many more. So today's training session is all about interviews. Now that the companies and organizations have started their recruitments, I thought why not discuss a little more about the interviews. Okay, the life has changed after the pandemic, and therefore the styles of interviews have also changed. Be it in India or abroad, it is very different after the pandemic. And therefore, we're going to start with the components of a great interview. Good luck. Hope you enjoyed this video and hope you enjoyed the training session. And let's start with our training session now. I'll just present to you a small slider which will help you understand and also be with me throughout the training session. All right, I hope you can see the video and the visual presentation out there. It's about components of a great interview. All right, so like I said, I do training on communication skills and soft skills. Join me for more information on this later. So for now, today's objective or the objective of today's session would be to talk about the interview styles, the rounds of interviews, the expectation setting between the interviewer and the interviewee, and type of questions, which is the most interesting part for any interviewee whatsoever. Apart from that, we'd also talk about some bonus tips. So be with us till the end of this video. And therefore, after this, if you have any questions, do reach out to me at the numbers given on Urban Pro. Yes? All right, let's move on. So the interview styles now. Now, all of us know there are these physical style of interview wherein there's a face-to-face interaction. Together with that, we have the lounge discussion with all the other interviewees and the attendees out there. And we have a lot of discussion, formal, informal. We discuss about the job opportunities out there and also around in the area. And we also have a group discussion, which is very important for any interview, for any organization whatsoever. And the most important, but the most boring part of any physical interviews would be paperwork, right? So writing application forms, the job profiles, previous experiences multiple times is not something that any of us would want to do. That's a very boring part. Therefore, these virtual interviews nowadays are a little different and interesting as well. So, with the digital world, okay, we have these video conferencing coming up. So there may not be the group discussions, but yes, there's a video chat with a person, a stranger who you get to meet, and of course the interviewer is on the other side. But it's okay if you're casual, if you're like semi-formal. I wouldn't mention casual. If you're semi-formal, when you sit and talk to the person, it's with a lot more focus on what you have to discuss on. You don't have to really divert yourself, or you don't get distracted from the other people around. That's really lovely. This video conferencing thing is not very new outside India, but in India, yes, some companies have started with it. And of course, it depends on the profile, the job profile, or the level of interview you're getting at, right? The online assessments, the analytical skills or the technical skills or any kind of assessments that happen, everything is online, right? While yes, you don't get to cheat, but online assessments are in trend as of now. The best part is comfort from home. Yes, with the virtual interviews, you get to sit at your own home like I'm doing now. So sit at your own home, and at that comfort, you get to sit for an interview, which gives you the comfort with your parents being around you, your family with being around you, giving you all the motivation and encouragement. Okay. And yes, that also gives a personal touch to the interview. So these are the interview styles that we have, and we have the interview rounds. Very important. So understand this. Every interview round will depend on the level of the job, or the job profile, or the level you're getting at. Okay, so for an entry level, the CV screening and a telephonic round would be more than enough. But as and when you grow in your career, after the CV screening and the telephonic round, it is important there are a couple of more rounds on the operations front, the technical front, to understand your ability and your capability to move ahead with the job role. So, what is it that the interviewer looks at? So, definitely after the CV screening, wherein your basic parameters are checked for, and then there'll be a telephonic round wherein the HR team calls you up and wants to check if your basic fitness is there is present, and then they move out to check your profile fitness all over. Okay, like your experience, have you worked in the similar fields, depending on the role again, and your presentability. That happens on a virtual interview. Okay, the video conferencing that we're talking about, or the face-to-face interaction in a physical interview. Your presentability matters a lot, and that's where communication skills, interpersonal skills comes to the picture. Your working skills. Okay, are you able to work under pressure? Do you have the relevant experience? Do you have the analytical skills? Do you have the leadership skills, the ownership skills, and so on? Do you have all of that? So when all of these are discussed, and you have the operations rounds and all the assessments are done, and then comes the best part, releasing the offer. Yes, releasing the offer together with your salary discussion. A small tip here: when you're asked for the salary, what is your expected salary? It is recommended that you do not give out a particular amount. Okay, leave it to the interviewer. You could always say that you're the best judge. Looking at my profile, you can always judge, and you have seen my current CTC, so you take a call on that. Leave it to the interviewer. Okay, don't give an amount. Don't sound greedy, and don't let the interviewer know what are you expecting. Yes, the expectations come on the salary negotiation part, when they tell you that they'd be offering you so and so amount. That is when you can negotiate. But during the interview, if they ask you what's your salary expected amount, don't get into any particular uh, amount. Don't give any specific amount, right? We'll talk about the tips another time towards the end of the session. Moving out, setting expectations. Four very important parameters: your attitude, your portfolio, your knowledge, and your presentation. Just work on all four of these, and you're good to go, all set for any interview whatsoever. Okay, your attitude. You need to have the right attitude at the right time. Okay, don't show that you need the job, or don't show that you don't care if you get the job or not. Don't be in either extreme ways. Okay, just be normal, be calm, be formal, and be very, very professional. Even if you're a fresher or an experienced person, look professional. Okay. Your portfolio, very important. Be honest. Whatever you mention in your CV, ensure you know about it. I've had many interviewees who doesn't even write the CV themselves, and they make someone else write the CV. That does not give a very good picture, you know. For an interviewer, we want to know you. As an interviewer, I want to know you, your portfolio. Who are you? What type of a person are you? That is important. Okay. So your CV might have five things mentioned, five achievements, but if you cannot give it out and if you're not true to yourself, that brings a great doubt in us, you know, as an interviewer. We feel that if a person cannot even explain his own portfolio, what would he explain in the organization? What would he explain to the clients in the organization? For us, that really matters. And most importantly, if you do not know yourself, who else would know you? Right? Okay, so portfolio, very, very important. Your previous experience, if you're a fresher, your educational background, uh, your family, your personal information that you want to give in the CV. Ensure all of these, your certifications, ensure all of these are crisp and true. All right. Okay. Apart from this, we have the knowledge. This is also very important. Another bonus tip here: where you worked, which company you have worked with, how many years you have worked for are secondary. What is important is what have you learned from your previous organization? Am I clear? What you have learned from the previous organization does matter. What can you carry from that previous organization? What is the knowledge that you have? So there's a difference. I'll give you a small example. There's a difference in saying, I have worked as a manager in my previous company and I've worked there for 12 years. I've handled a team of more than 20 people. Okay. And there's a difference in saying, well, I have, with the team of more than 20 people, I have achieved a quality, my team has achieved a quality for over 95% throughout the year. Or, you know, my achievement or my uh, technology, my work has improved the quality and performance in my previous organization by 50% within 6 months' time. That is achieving something. Talk about your achievements, not your job profile. Remember, your job profile is mentioned in your CV, but the knowledge you have should actually be presented. Okay, and that is where we talk about presentability, right? So the way you present yourself, mind you, you may have the right attitude, you may have a very, very good portfolio, you may have the apt knowledge that is required, but if you cannot express yourself, right? You get that? If you cannot express yourself, it makes no sense for anyone. So it is very important that you express yourself, you present yourself to the person that yes, I have done it, and see, it is visible. The energy, the enthusiasm that you have, that should be visible. All right? Okay, so that's the expectation. The interviewers look for a person who's vibrant, who's dynamic, okay, who has all the knowledge possible, who has the right attitude with the right portfolio and is able to present themselves. Okay, moving on to the most interesting slide and the interesting part of the interview about yourself and the other type of questions, right? So, when we talk about yourself, there are many people who memorize this question and come for the interview. Understand this. We're asking about you. So it's important that you know about yourself. Why do you have to memorize something about yourself? Right? It's you who should know more than anyone else. So don't memorize about yourself. Just ensure you know yourself more than anyone else. Right? We have some self-development classes also with Urban Pro with me. Do come back and we'll let you know how is or what is knowing yourself. What is being self-aware? Right? So talking about yourself, mention of course your name and where you come from. That is important. What is it that you like? Something that's not there in your CV, all right? You may have written your strengths and your weaknesses in your CV, but when you talk about yourself, talk about you. What do you like to do? Okay. If you are attending an interview for a bank, you may have written in your CV that you're very hardworking, but you would not mention that you are a black belt in karate in your CV. You need not mention that if it's specific to the bank. But yes, while talking about yourself, you can always say that during my free time, I love to play, go and play some karate with my friends because I'm a black belt karate. You can mention that. So keep those things for about yourself topic. All right, your skills and your achievements. Many of you do confuse yourself with your skills and your achievement. Okay, a responsible person could have many things as their skill. Even completing a household chore is a skill, you know that? And that's why we love our mothers there. Yeah. So your skill could be anything. You willing to learn, you willing to win, you willing to uh, play. That is a skill. Okay, you can do something, that's your skill. Achievement, you can, your achievements are something that you've certified on. Work on those. Okay, try saying that I'm a black belt karate and I can do this particular whatever game, whatever match, I can train people on that. That's your skill. You know how to train, you know how to present yourself. Those are your skills. I am a certified project management professional. That's an achievement. You have improved the quality of your previous company by 50%. That's your achievement. You have won the best trainer award. That's your achievement. Yeah. And be ready for another beautiful question. Why should we hire you? Basically, what is your job fitness? Why should we hire you? Your education, your certifications, your achievements are not unique. Everyone has that, right? Whatever you've mentioned in the CV is not unique to you. So if everyone has that, why should a company hire you? What is it that you have that the others don't have, right? Be ready for that answer. Find out what is it that could make you different from the others, of course, in a positive way. Okay, uh, work on that. And we'll come to a little more of that in the next slide when we're coming to bonus tips. Yes. So, um, the bonus tips, in the bonus tips, these are a few points that are very, very important. Okay. When we talk about your job fitness here, why should we hire you? It is important that you be honest. And another important thing, pause and play. Pause, take a deep breath, and then understand the question. What is it so different to me? Why would the company hire me? Then you talk. Understand the question and then you reply. Pause before you rush to any answer. That is why I say do not memorize any topic, any question. Understand the question, understand the concept, right? So pause and play. Don't oversell yourself. Whatever you say during the interview, after you join, you're expected to do all of that. Mind you, don't ever oversell. Say what you can do, say what you cannot. Be honest, be clear. Okay? Don't be extra straightforward. That may lead to negativity sometimes. If you know how to handle that, go for it. Or else, don't just oversell. And of course, interpersonal skills. Like I mentioned earlier, if you have everything, but you still do not know how to present, how to communicate, I'm not talking about speaking, I'm talking about communicating. If you are not able to communicate, to present yourself, nothing works, right? So, learn the interpersonal skills. Okay, study the job profile. This will help you answer the question, why should we hire you? So, first of all, study the job profile before you apply for the job. Study the job profile, see what is required, and see why you are fit for the job. Think about yourself. Why are you fit for the job? What makes your profile unique to the job? Be ready for that while applying. Sure about it? Then you apply. Then this question would be much easier for you. The question, why should we hire you, would be much more easier for you. Okay? So study the job profile. Don't just go through it. Ah, there's an application. I just go and apply because I'm a fresher. I can apply anywhere. No, that's very, very incorrect. Just because you're a fresher doesn't mean you can get to any job just for the salary. No. Even if you're a fresher, you are an individual. You know, judge your individuality. See what you have interests in. That will make you unique and that will make you answer your questions better in your interview rounds. Okay? Highlight your achievements. You may be a fresher, but still, you may be a karate black belt wherein you've won some awards through your school and college life. Okay? An achievement could also be you winning a dance award. If you're a fresher, there's nothing much you can talk about work. Okay, if you are an experienced professional, you can always use certification or any awards that you have earned in your previous organization, like the best trainee award, the best speaker award, the best employee of the month, the best performer of the month. Also, you could have things like you have achieved so and so by so and so percentage. If you can give data, that's way better than anything else. But yes, you could also talk about your achievements, highlight them. Okay, when you're talking about yourself, highlight your achievements. That's what I am, that's what I am, so strong, and all of that. Okay, be highlight your achievements. And the last and most important point, always, always be grateful for that moment. Understand, every interview round or every interview session teaches you something or the other. You may have been selected or rejected in the interview. Even if you're rejected, be grateful because you got that opportunity out of all the hundreds that have applied. So be grateful for the opportunity. And with that, I am grateful because you have been watching this video all through.